Let's see. All praises to the Most High. Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom, shalom. Please let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm trying to be quiet because, as you guys see in the back here, it's pretty early here. So, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening to wherever you are in the world. And make sure you like the video when you uh, see the video. When you enter the chat, make sure you like the video. So, all praises to the Most High. It's about what 6 o'clock in the morning here. Usually I'm up. I was just up a little bit extra early because baby girl she was crying a little bit, and woke me up. So I had to put her back down. Now the wife is feeding her, so I'm up. So I'm like, man, I might as well just try to get this live out. I know it's pretty late over there, um, on the west side of the world, in the west, in the states. So I'm like, why not? Why not? Let me talk about this because I was talking about it. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are. Yeah, if you are in the chat here, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I greatly appreciate it. I like to see where people are right now. Um, but yeah, some things been going on since the last live. You know, yesterday was the Shabbat today. For you guys, I'm pretty sure it's the end of the Shabbat. So I didn't, I don't try to do anything on a Shabbat besides rest, you know, read and family time. So since that's over, man, back to business, back to talking about what is going on in this world, in this war. How about that? I can say that too. We see that um, Israel bombed Lebanon. We know last week. It's funny how Donald Trump too. He put the peace deal on Juneteenth. I didn't even realize it was Juneteenth until I started to look at the market and stuff like that, and do a little research. I'm like, oh snap, it's Juneteenth. It's very interesting, but yeah, some things has transpired since then, right? Um, yeah. First, the peace talks. Peace talks. I knew it. I knew it. Just think last week. Just think what oil did last week. Think about that. Think about what oil did last week. It tanked. It dumped. It was like at $74. The market's not open yet, but I'm pretty sure uh, you know, when the market opens Sunday night, uh, early Monday morning for me. But I bet oil's gonna pump up. So it's little things like that I always say it is a game. It is a marketing game. It's for the market. It's for people. Like this is one of the big things that a lot of wealthy people are invested in is the stock market, right? They have portfolios and things. Yes, shalom, shalom. Welcome guys from DC, from Philadelphia. All praises, guys. Welcome. Make sure you like the video if you are in the chat. Make sure you like the video if you are in the chat. Um, but yeah, this is that's basically what this thing is, to be honest. That's what it comes down to. They want to make money, and this was a perfect time for them to do that. And if you start to look at the patterns, that's what they do. They say peace, peace, and then destruction, right? It's like you just have to have eyes to see. You really have to have eyes to see, to be honest. That's just what it is. And I see it clearly. And I'm just trying to get you guys to see it too. I'm just trying to get you guys to, I know it's a lot going on when it comes to inflation. You may feel like you're working harder to just barely make it. You might have two jobs, three part-time jobs. I'm not sure. You might be an entrepreneur and things like that, like us. And we're just trying to get the information out there for you guys. Like really, because that what happened last week, that the stock market jumped up, and they do it. It's so crazy how you don't see things when it happens. So just imagine when Trump, he went to China, right? And who did he bring? All the CEOs, all the people with money, right? The first trillionaire, they say, was there. But they knew what was coming. They knew what was coming. They knew about SpaceX, right? They know these things behind the scenes. And now that that happened, when SpaceX opened and got onto the live trading floor, the Nasdaq, right? It started at 150, $150, jumped all the way up to 225, right? A lot of people made some money. A lot of people became millionaires just because of that. And then the next couple of days, that thing down to back down to 170. So when you start to get in the market, when you start to invest and start to pay attention to these headlines and start to pay attention to how they're moving and stuff, you kind of have a advantage. You kind of already know like how things are going to play out. Because I knew it. I'm like, okay, dang, so that's why Donald Trump was taking everybody to China, just so he can kind of flex. Behind the scenes, they're probably talking like, hey, this is going to happen, make sure you get in position, make sure you buy your shares right now, because when it opens, it's going to shoot all the way up. And then since it shot up, of course everybody took their money out. But that's why I say the market, like once you start to get in the market, you start to see the future in a way. And I knew it. I didn't invest in SpaceX. I at, I guess it goes down to, it just depends on how much money you want to invest in that. Um, I don't want to say I wish I did, because I already knew what it was going to do. I knew it was going to pump up and then dump. So I'm not sure if I'm going to invest in that, but yeah, that was just something right there that shocked me. And I knew a lot of like that was a big hype thing. That was a big thing for a lot of people. Um and yeah, like this war, this peace deal is over. The Strait of Hormuz is closed again. I don't think it's going to be opening. I guess for some countries it's open, but for most of the world it's closed, right? Think about that. That's why I say they just playing with a lot of people. They playing with a lot of people's emotions, and it's not just about the war. So when I say like playing with people's emotions, this is like spiritual, right? They gonna, like, trust me, there's people, I guess, for example, earlier this year when like Bitcoin was crashing and stuff, and then you hearing everybody is upset, and a couple people took their lives because they lost like a lot of their money and stuff. So just think how emotional those people was. They was very invested in this, making some good money, and then all of a sudden, boom, snap of a finger, all is gone. Yeah, that's very emotional. So I'm saying that like it's draining spiritually, right? In the markets, just in this world, right? Just trying to survive, just trying to make sure that you take care of yourself, make sure you take care of your family and stuff, take care of the people around you, right? And they just make it so hard, and after a while you're just gonna feel so overwhelmed, where you're just gonna kind of give up in a way. So my advice: stay strong, you know make sure you fast, make sure you pray, make sure that you have something that you um, love to do in a way that all praises, shalom, shalom from Columbus, Ohio. Yes, Um, which side of Columbus, Ohio? I bet I can name the street and everything. Yes. Um, but yeah, it's just yeah. I would say make sure you just find something that you really love. Like really find your skill, your talent that the Most High blessed you with. Monetize that. Um, just know yourself because what is coming, like I was just saying, it's going to be draining. It's going to cause a lot of people to give up, and you don't. Okay, Whitehall. Yep, yep. Yearling Road. Yep. We were right there. We stayed by Franklin Park for a time. We stayed in Whitehall right there by Target. Um, yeah, yeah, Columbus, Ohio, huh? Man, yeah, I definitely still know my way around Columbus, Ohio. Um, yeah, all praises. Yes, free Carmelo Anthony. Even that, we can, man, I want to get too deep into that because it's so much that goes around that. You know, my thing when stuff like this happens with Carmelo Anthony, right? Um, they telling you what it is. They've been telling us what it was, but it's up to us to choose. Just like someone left a comment here, my heart's desire is to travel to Kenya, Africa, looking into relocation. That I think that's the biggest thing. Just get out of America, to be honest, because they're gonna keep doing stuff like that. They've been doing it. They've been doing it and throwing it in our face, and we can't do nothing about it. You know how many people is out protesting, and then nothing changes. Like that's just what it is. They are feeding off people's energy. And when I say they, I'm just talking about yeah, them, they, the system in a way. Like they are feeding off of people. They need the energy from people to survive in a way. And I'm talking about the people that's way above that we don't think about every day. But they think about us. They've been thinking about us for years. So it's more of it's a game to them. That's why I say you got to just learn how to stay in your lane and play the game. You know, stay on this narrow path. Understand that the Most High is going to lead you and guide you in the way that you should go, right? Because you are His child. Like He's not just going to give up on His people. He's not going to give up on the people that really seek Him and has a heart for Him and wants to be in His hand, under His wing, right? And wants to strive for righteousness and wants to be obedient. You get what I'm saying? Like it's really getting deep out here, y'all. Like it's really and it's the average person is not gonna notice it. So I know recently, I know the World Cup, that's a big distraction too. But it's not at the same time because people are still going to be paying that thing or paying for the tickets to attend it. So it's like, man, there's certain type of peoples that you just can't like talk to. They're gonna want to do those things, and that's fine. That don't bother me. What's gonna bother me is when I guess the Carmelo thing. Like just think, I know because every time you think about that, if you are, you know, melanin and you can feel what that family's going through, right? That's draining in a way that makes you angry. That like, man, just think about 2020 with George Floyd, right? That was a big thing. That's when I knew like, man, things are heating up. There's a big shift that just happened. That's why I was like, man, I'm so glad to be out of America in 2020. Like we left right around that time. You know, I had some people I was working with, and everybody has their opinion. You know, we built a good work relationship, but when that happened, man, it was a shift. It was a shift. I'm looking at them like y'all are crazy. Like I'm getting so upset and angry, going back and forth about to fight the guy just because he had a another opinion from me. And it's just from like I was just saying, it's draining. It's draining. You got to find your peace. That's what I say. Find your peace, you know, and stay out the way. Stay set apart. We supposed to be set apart anyway. Just stay set apart as much as you can. You know, make sure that you um yeah, somebody. Oh, what's going on? Shalom, shalom. Up. Um, yeah, the shift was when Trump uh first got elected. Yep. So I remember. So for me, I graduated high school in 2012. Yeah, that was 2016. So for me, I went to a Jewish high school, so it was a lot of palm people. It was a lot of palm people, right? And I made some good friends and stuff, some good relationships. They would be taking me out to their lake house. We'd be on the boats and the water tubes and jet skis and stuff like that. So yeah, I remembered I had a good friend like that. Every summer we'd go and just enjoy. And this was when we graduated. We went to college and stuff and came back and we started to hang out a little bit more. And Trump got elected. And when we started talking about that, and when Trump first got elected, it was a big thing when it came down to race, right? So of course he's a different race from me. So we was bumping heads. That's when I knew, like, he's standing up to me when and I'm standing up to him, and it's just like, dang, like, I remember that time where we was about to fight just because Trump got elected, and it's just like, dang, that's why I say it's draining. It's draining. That's why I say stay in your lane, stay on this narrow path. Make sure your finances straight. Make sure your family's good. Make sure the people around you good. Make sure yourself is good too. You get what I'm saying? Um, and that's it. Don't try to stress a lot. That's a number one killer right there, stress. So make sure you try to have that peace of mind. Like, there's so much stuff that's going on where, yeah, a lot of people are going to be going crazy. Like, for real, to be honest. A lot of people are going to be going crazy, and that's going to be normal for a while, to be honest. So yeah, like I was saying, guys, this peace deal, this Iran, Israel, and America, they just playing with a lot of people's emotions. They're playing with a lot of people's money too. But if you can't see it, if you're not in this space, um, yeah, you're gonna have to get into it. You're gonna have to, like, that's I wish I got into it a little bit sooner. And I'm talking about investing and trading. So check the links in the description, guys, if you have not. Um, I just created an ebook for investing and trading. So check that link out. It's $98 until July 18th. So July 18th is going to bump up to 198. Um, and I'm doing that because it's 16 chapters, guys. 16 chapters, 80 pages, all the information that you really need, to be honest. Every information that you need when it comes down to stocks, ETFs, when it comes down to dividends, crypto, risk management, all of it. Like, it's everything that you need to know to build your portfolio and build wealth, to be honest. So check that link in the description. Also, July 19th, July 19th, there will be like a free um, Zoom call. So you pretty much getting information, all the information that I learned over these past 5, 6 years, and a free Zoom call to ask questions and just anything like that. July 19th. So check the links in the description, guys, and make sure you just download it. It's a PDF. It's very simple to do. 16 chapters, guys. 16 chapters. So check the links in the description. Um, but yeah, yeah. And if you are thinking about traveling, check that other link also. for the mature adult intensive. That's probably one of the best programs that we have, because it's 4 weeks and you get to have this community that is worldwide. We have people that's in Mexico, we have people that's in Panama, of course, Africa, of course, here in Mauritius. Just the other day, we ran into a couple that was in mature adult intensive. I want to say cohort 4 or 5. So this is our 10th cohort. So all praises to the Most High for that. 10 cohorts. That means 10 classes since last year, 2025. Um, and it's just been a blessing to, have this community of like-minded people. That's the biggest thing. That's what everybody say. It's so refreshing to actually talk to people that get you. It's so refreshing to talk to people that has that same mindset of knowing what's going on in America, um, and knowing that it's falling, knowing that it's people out here that's still moving, knowing that it's people that is your community. You get what I'm saying? It could be your neighbor, to be honest. We actually had uh two single ladies come here, um and they moved together just because they were so close in the states, or they live so close in the states. So they was like, hey, let's just organize and travel together, and let's just move together when we move abroad. And it's just like those are the things that you truly need in the times that is to come. um is a like-minded people, to be honest. So it's just a blessing to have that mature adult intensive. 4 weeks. We usually, for me, I'm usually on the call for like 2 hours, to be honest. It's supposed to be like an hour and a half, but I stay on there to make sure everybody get their questions answered. Make sure there's um love, um and everyone get to know each other. So all praises to the Most High for the mature adult intensive. But yeah, but if you are thinking about traveling, that is something big that just happened. And just like earlier, I was saying, so guys, if you are new in the chat, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you are tuning in from. We got some people here from Philadelphia. We got some people from Orlando. We got some people from Mauritius, and we got some people from my home state, my home city, Columbus, Ohio, DC. So, um, all praises. But yeah, make sure you like the video if you are new here, and let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Um, but yeah, traveling, guys. There's a lot of things that's happening traveling too. Um, all praises from Mississippi. Okay, yeah, from Mississippi in Mauritius now. Yeah, about like 25 minutes away from me. Um, so all praises. Man, you up early. I thought you'd be knocked out, man. You up early, huh? Um, yeah, traveling. Thailand is changing. I know earlier this year there's a lot of visas changing in Thailand, and they wanted people to come. They wanted people to come because my uncle's in Thailand, and the conversation that I was having with him, he's retired, so he traveled a lot, and he decided to go to Thailand. And he was telling me Thailand, their tourists is like, I want to say like 25% of their GDP is tourism. So I can see why Thailand earlier this year they were saying, hey, we got a new visa. If you pay your rent for the whole year, you'll be good. You'll get like a 10-year type of residency. Um, or like if you buy like an apartment, you would get your 10-year residency, right? So it seems like they was trying to pull people in. But recently Thailand, like, no, we don't want foreigners here because they cause a lot of drama, things like that. And it's like, man, especially Americans too. They go to Thailand and act a fool. So that's something to really consider. That's why I say like the groups that we have, say a diaspora, mature adult intensive, just getting behind the scenes with us, you will learn how to be humble and just like know how to move around in a way. Because if you, of course, it's very exciting when you move abroad, right? You're out here like, man, I did it. So you just feel a little bit more freer. You breathe the fresh air, you eating better food, uh healthier organic food, right? So yes, it's exciting, but you still have to learn how to move around. You don't want to be causing all the attention to you, right? You don't want all the attention to come to you. Um, so that's one thing that a lot of people has to learn when they move abroad. Yes. Yeah. Shalom, shalom, everyone. Make sure you like the video if you are just tuning in. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. Just talk. I was just talking about this market and this how they are playing people. But yeah, moving abroad, I want to say that's the best thing that anyone could do. Or I would say moving to a place where your cost of living is cheaper. We talk to people, for example, there's a couple that was in Hawaii. They've been there. They're retired, um, and they were telling me, yeah, we're on an island that's similar to Mauritius, right? And they were telling me the cost there, like their rent and stuff, and their bills and stuff, and it was so much higher than Mauritius. Like they were saying, yeah, we pay like six thousand for rent, and this and that for bills, and I'm like, wow, like how many bedrooms you have? Oh, 3 4 bedroom. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like 6,000. Like I know if we were in America, like me and my family, I know we'd probably be paying those rates too. But here in Mauritius, we don't even get close to that. Like that's like half of like our month to month bills, to be honest. Just our daily month to month cost of living is half of 6,000. And if we needed to stretch another 500, we could, to be honest. So 2,500 to 3,500 for a family of 8 abroad. That's yeah. That's why I say if you are a small family, if you are um you know I guess like a couple or something like that, or single, your cost of living is going to be so much cheaper than America. You can find places for 400 to even less. I say 300, depending on the bedrooms, depending on the area and stuff like that. 300 to 700, and you're gonna be right by the beach. You're gonna be right by malls. You're gonna be right by, um, the stores that you need and everything like that. Gonna have fresher food. You're gonna have cleaner air. That's something that to really consider. really, really consider cleaner air. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any questions for me, just leave them in the chat. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Make sure you um, let me know where you tuning in from. Um, and yeah, 2026. Just think, we are halfway through the year. We are halfway through the year, and there's a lot of stuff that's been happening. A lot of stuff that's been happening that we kind of forget about too. Um, so yeah, it's just moving so fast. Like they throw so much distraction, so much stuff at us where we can't keep up. And about time we do keep up, there's another thing that's happening. Um, that's why I say stay on this narrow path, stay in your lane, do what makes you happy, do what keeps you at like your keeps you at a peace state. You know, exactly. Time is speeding up. Everything is just changing a little bit too quick. Um, Yeah, baby girl, what she's about to be 7 weeks, about to be 2 months. So I feel like we just had the baby, but now she can't even fit in her car seat almost. It's like, dang, this is time is moving fast. My son taller than me now, so it's like, man, you blink and everything changes. But all praises, you guys see that it's starting to become light outside. So some people about to start waking up. I hear the cats already. They whining. But yeah, like I would say, guys, check out the links in the description. Make sure you stay down until you come up. Um, yeah, yeah. Eric, all praises. Yeah, Eric said Mauritius has lots of outdoor activities and trails that are free. It's great nature. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like once you, because I know Eric. He lived in a lot of African countries, so he knows how to move around. So if you want to leave some advice for some people that is in a live chat now, to let them know like what is the most important thing that you learned living in multiple African countries, um, and is that something um, that you always done, or you had to learn it, just or is a country that you lived in the same? Is each country pretty much the same, or each country a little bit different? Yeah, 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 guys. Make sure you like the video or the live here if you are in the chat. Yeah, Eric said most important thing is to stay away from. They say go see yourself. Okay. I think that's one of the once you I know for us, we were all already like private um people, or like a private couple in a way, especially when we started to wake up to this truth in 2016 and things like that. So we were away from our family. I don't want to say away from our family, but once you wake up to the truth, you stop celebrating holidays and stuff like that. You don't start to do Fourth of July cookouts and stuff like that, and Thanksgiving, Christmas, and stuff like that. Um, so for us, it was just a little bit easier because we always kind of like had that family structure from the beginning, and we knew that we needed to take care of our children. So, we was just working, making sure the household was good and things like that. So for us moving abroad, it was kind of easier. I'd say when we did move abroad, um, you know, um, it changed a little bit because we had this YouTube. We didn't know that our YouTube would be connecting with so many people. I know the Most High just told us to, document everything pretty much, and share our journey and stuff. And when that came, we met a lot of people. Like when we first came to Africa, Tanzania, man, we met so many people, and that wasn't us. You get what I'm saying? We we were holding Sabbaths. We were hosting Sabbaths and everything like that. So that's how we got to know a lot of people too. Yes, Shalom. Thank you for the super chat. Someone asks, "Oh, East Coast Kev, can someone who is disabled make it okay in Africa? I'm bringing my family with me." So when you say disabled, is it like you gotta? Yeah, that's like a deeper conversation right there. So that's why I say some things, it's gonna be personal and stuff, and you have to you know get behind the scenes and kind of ask that question because it does get deep. But I'm pretty sure um, they can. I see people here in Mauritius. I saw them in Tanzania. Um, Someone actually came. This was back in 2021 too. They came, like he said, "Hey, I'm blind, but I have this. The Most High is calling me to um, come to Africa." And he came, and he made it. Um, Somebody else that I talked to once, he recently had a stroke, but he still came. So his speech was like a little off. Um, and yeah, so I guess it just depends on, is the Most High truly calling you? Like that's what it comes down to. It's the Most High truly calling you. He's gonna take care of you no matter what. So no matter what it is, no matter what it is, he's gonna make sure you're good. But you just gotta seek him and follow his way and be, righteous and be obedient. Shalom, shalom, Ricky. Thanks for tuning in. Where you from, Ricky? Where you at? Hmm? That's something I've been asking people, when they tune in, where you are tuning in from. So, guys, if you are just now tuning in, make sure you like the video, check the links in the description. I just created a 16 chapter ebook for investing and trading. Also, you will have a free call with me July 19th. So, any questions that you have, um, you're welcome. So that's something that I believe that's one of the best thing. $98. The price will be going up um, after July 18th. Because I'm telling you, it's a lot of information. It's probably took me, I want to say like 2 months. Because every time I type something, every time I write something, I'm like, man, dang, I gotta break down this. I gotta break down this. I gotta break down this. So it is a lot of information. So I'm trying to, you know, get some people to really understand that investing is important. And this is something that, especially when you are thinking about moving abroad, this is something that could help you be sustainable long term. And if you start to build your portfolio now, you probably could use that, obviously, against loans and things like that, working capital and things like that, even governments. So if your portfolio is big enough, that's where it comes down to, even like cryptocurrency and things like that. So, yes. So, Ricky from San Francisco, HP Finance, currently living in Zambia. Yes, all praises. I'm ready to go. How soon do I have to reload? How soon do I have to relocate to Mauritius after being approved? Um, So are you saying like approved for? I think you answered another one. Are you saying approve for like your residency? If you are approved for your residency, I say come sooner than later. To be honest, coming there with 50K, no real skills, was a thrift store manager. How long would I be good? Um, I will. That's another question behind the scenes, but I'll kind of break it down. Um, you gotta, like, if you were a store manager, you got some skills and talents, right? So it just depends on what you want to do. What can you do pretty much every day? You're gonna have to monetize that. I'm not exactly sure your age, um, but Mauritius here, the retirement is 50 years young. So if you are 50 years young, you can apply for the retirement. You'll have to prove that you make 2,000 US dollars a month, or deposit 2,000 US dollars a month in a Mauritian bank, and you get 10 years. And then after that, you can renew it for another 10 years. So that's 20 years. So um, also the you can also, where was the comment? Yeah, the 50K. You can also start a business. Um, the self-employed residency, you can do that too, but that is 50K. So I'm not trying to say spend all the 50K and then you're gonna have to have more than 50K. But that's 10 years too. There is um, another visa. They're changing it to like a golden visa. Nothing has changed on their website, but it's like a premium visa, 1,500 US dollars a month that you have to prove, 500 per dependent, and that's something that's pretty solid. That's year to year. You'll have to turn into like turn in your bank statements and things like that. So that would be 18,000 US dollars a year. So if you have that 50K, I'm pretty sure you can turn in your bank statement and say, hey, I have this amount. I'm good to be good. So that's something that you can also do. But I'm telling you, like, these questions is so much better behind the scenes, so I won't be distracted and like focus on um, you know, what you need to hear and give you the correct answers. So check the links in the description, guys. Um, Living outside of America, you notice how violent America really, yeah, yeah. America is that's the only place like that, to be honest. I saw a post the other day on Instagram, and they was talking about missing children in each country. And I'm pretty sure you could guess the top country with missing children. I think America had like 470,000 missing children a year. A year. It wasn't just like over time. It was like each year. I know Europe had a lot of children missing and things like that, but America was the top. And that breaks down to a lot. It's something. This is some. It's so crazy how um, it's so crazy how they get us to like what they like, right? So, for example, um, uh, so rich people, right, or wealthy people, however you want to put it, people that be eating caviar, right, and like uh, what's the clams and stuff like that, and just think, what is caviar? What is like the clams and things like that? Those are baby eggs, right? And it's crazy how like when you start to do the research, man, that's what they do. That's what they do. They yeah. I'm not trying to say it, but you get what I'm saying? They these lost children and stuff. You just ooh, it gets deep. It gets deep. It really gets deep. But yeah, that's something that, man, when you start to go down a rabbit hole, you just need to get out of America. It's so much better outside of America. Your cost of living is cheaper. You get what I'm saying? My thing, the air is cleaner, the sun is beating. You're healing. Like soon as you step outside of America, you're gonna heal automatically. It's gonna be uncomfortable for some people because they're not used to it, but for the most part, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it's so much better. Okay. Somebody said, can I start a business there? Of course. Mauritius is one of the top destinations in Africa to start a business. So I know a couple people that I talked to in South Africa. Um, they're from Europe, but they're our color, and they started a business in South Africa, but the taxes is so high, so they're saying that they're thinking about moving their business to Mauritius, and still like their base foundation business will be here in Mauritius, but be do business outside of Mauritius, and that's what a lot of people do. So that's why we say you got to have a strategy when it comes down to moving abroad, because there's certain places where you can get residency, a solid tax. Um, Cut and things like that, and then go to another African country that you really, really want to go to and still do business. But your banking will be going through Mauritius. You get what I'm saying? That's where the base business would be. So little things like that, it does matter. Mauritius is one of the top places here on the continent to do business. Okay, so Don P. Ben Yehuda, shalom, shalom. You say I'm waiting for my Burkina Faso permanent residency. Yeah, please. How is that going? We had a couple people do that, but we're not hearing a lot of information that's happening there. So please let me know if you don't mind. Okay. Yeah. All praises. Shalom, shalom, family. Make sure you like the video if you are just now getting in the chat. Yeah. Appreciate it, Ricky. Yeah, yeah. These strategies, man. You gotta have a strategy. That's one thing. Like I say this, and I if and the people that's here on the continent, they will know. Um, and I'll say this is probably the realest thing that I tell people. If we knew about Mauritius in 2020, or it obviously it wasn't open. I got to rephrase that. Yeah, Mauritius wasn't open because it was, C-19 and stuff. But if we knew about Mauritius when it was open, we would have came here first. Like, to be honest, we would have came here first, set our roots. I'm not taking away from our experience in Tanzania because Tanzania, it was awesome. We love Tanzania. We love the people there. It's just the corruption, man. It's just when you really try to get stuff done, you either going to have a lot of money because they're going to be asking you for, you know, straight out money, especially in a couple months when, the holiday season is coming and things like that. Um, it's just a corruption. And for us, we don't want to be, we don't want our souls to be corrupt, our spirits to be corrupt. So that's something that we just want to strive for righteousness, right? So we prayed about it, and that's why the Most High led us here to Mauritius. But yeah, guys, it really gets that deep. Like that's why I always say it's very spiritual. It's very spiritual when you move outside of your home country because Hasatan, the adversary, he does not want that to happen. He does not want um, the Most High to win his people back, right? So of course you're going to be battling, people around you. You're going to be battling within yourself also. So that's something. That's why I say healing. It's going to be a healing as soon as you step out of America, and healing is going to hurt. So if you bump your toe or scratch your arm, that's going to hurt, right? And that healing process, you're going to have to change the bandage and everything like that. Healing it hurts, but it's better when you know the truth. You get what I'm saying? So you can stand on truth. You know that this is going to hurt and it's going to be truthful, and it's okay. So I would say like, yeah, like it's something that is beautiful. It's something that our people needs to have. It's something that a lot of people with that change their mindset, right? You got to change your mindset. Yeah. Thanks, Ricky, bro. Yeah. Yeah, Ricky, man. This my brother, man. We've been rocking since what, 2021, 2022, I want to say. Um, yeah, look, and it's so crazy. This how we meet people in a way. So we had a call. Like, we coming. He's like, you coming? Boom. They came. Yeah, we landed. Um, and this is how I know the Most High connects us with the right people, right? Because it wasn't like, oh, let's hang out, right? Or like texting back and forth like when he first landed. We ran into each other at the mall, at Millimani Mall. And that's how like that happens a lot. So for us, that's how we kind of move. We just be out. We just enjoy. And then we bump into the people and it's like, man, I knew that the Most High was gonna lead me to you. I knew, and pretty much the person would say the same thing. Like, we've been meaning to message you and let you know this, but we always just bump into each other and be good. So yeah, man, we've been rocking. We've been rocking. Okay, I'm going to somebody. Oh, okay. So are you saying about the Burkina Faso Don P Ben Yehuda? I'm going to apply to receive my Social Security, and then I'll be ready on that end. Okay, we can receive. Yeah, yes. So you can receive SS benefits, Social Security benefits from America while living in Mauritius. Yes, that's no problem at all. That's no problem. A lot of people does that now, but it just has to be above 2,000 US dollars, especially if you are above 50 years old. But Social Security, that's no problem at all. Um, yeah, no problem. Yeah, any more questions? And yeah, any more questions, leave them in the chat, guys. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. As you guys see in the back, it's starting to get light out. So, I'm pretty sure it's about to get loud in here. It's about to get loud. So, all praises to the Most High. Shalom, shalom. Yes, you were saying that the visas are changing in Mauritius. Oh, okay. All praises, man. Tim, is that you, Tim? Let me know if you just arrived. Um, yeah. So the the visa has not changed. So you can come. It's gonna be visa free, but the residency part is it's really not changing. They just changing the name. But if it's not on the website, don't don't trust it. So always look at the website, especially here in Mauritius, in any African country that you go to. Some African countries are different um, than others, so that's something. Yes, 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 yes. But yeah, welcome, Tim. I want to say that's you, Tim. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So welcome, man. How you liking it? I know. Uh, I was just saying, when you leave America, when you leave your home country, it's a healing. The air is cleaner and things like that. So how do you feel when you arrived here in Mauritius? Like when you came, man, I hope it wasn't raining when you came, so you can like see the waterfall, the underground waterfall, and like the mountains and stuff. But yeah, please let me know. Please let me know um, how your landing was. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to get a second passport. Someone said Don Pete Ben Yehuda. Um, yeah, just be diligent with passports, guys. So that's why I say residency is probably best. I would say residency is probably best. Find somewhere where it's going to have long-term residency, because once you when you apply for a second passport, there's information that they're going to need from you, from the states and everything like that. So of course you're going to go on a list when you get a second passport. And what Donald Trump be saying and stuff like that, you just got to be careful. That's why I say residency is probably the best for now, unless you know how to move around Africa, unless you really know how to, um, yeah, move around, and you are ready to give up your U.S. passport to live in a country. I guess that's just my opinion. If that, if I was getting a passport, that's how I would want to get it. I'm ready to stay in the country. I'm good with the country. I know um, how powerful the passport is in that country too. So a lot of African passports is not strong around the world. So the top passports I want to say is I want to say Seychelles, Mauritius, Namibia. I want to say Morocco, um, possibly Egypt and things like that. But when it comes down to, um, I guess like Burkina Faso or something like that, um, it's not going to be a strong passport. So that's something that you really have to consider. That's why say it's always a strategy that you're going to need. It's always a strategy. You got to talk to people that's been doing this, right? Shalom, shalom, Pastor Rick. Haven't well, we haven't been going live recently. So yeah. But yeah, shalom, shalom. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you like the video, guys. If you are just now tuning in, let me know where you are tuning in from. Um, but yeah, yeah, yes. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, yeah. Ricky said it. That's something that people have to. I know when you first get out of America, you like, man, I'm not American. I don't want to be American. No, 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 I'm not American, right? But yeah, when you get out of America, you're gonna be American. And that blue passport got so many benefits. It really does. It's weaker than it was a couple years ago, but it's still strong. So that is something that you just got to be thankful for and use it to your advantage, right? There's a lot of countries that allow Americans visa free, so you got to think about that. There's a lot of countries um, that, man, everything, a lot of things are changing, guys. So with the embassies, and Ricky, I know the other day when I asked about how's the embassy in Zambia. So please answer this for me because I just don't know how this is going to play out. I know it's a big deal, but I just don't know how it's going to play out. But because they closed a lot of embassies here on the continent. I want to say like 30 embassies. So there's only like 20 embassies, uh, or 20 U.S. embassies. Let me make it clear. I'm sorry. 20 U.S. embassies, 20 U.S. consulates, right? So that is something that is going to change, right? So just the other day, we met a couple. We just ran into them, and they were saying like, yeah, they went to the phone store and they left their passport at the phone store, and they remember our video talking about the embassies being closed and stuff, and you know, it's like, oh man, what if I was in a country without a U.S. embassy? Um, is it like what would you do? Because if you lose your passport, you don't have a U.S. embassies to go to get a new passport, right? So that is something real that people is going to have to pay attention to, and it's going to be changing pretty soon. So I'm not sure exactly every country how is it going to be rolling out, but they said it. They said it. So things take time, and you have to excuse me, you have to pay attention to these things. Okay. Okay. So you're saying the Zambian U.S. embassy, they're hiring. So it's more so harder for locals to get to the states. I'm guessing. Yeah, that's something I just know I can feel it in my spirit where it's like, is the U.S. cutting back on their embassies because they're spending too much money and they want to save money? That could be one thing, or are they really trying to keep America, uh, a keep Americans out of these countries? So that's something that you know you have to consider and pay attention to. I know we gonna pay attention to it. So yeah, that's something very powerful. I believe it's gonna be shocking in the future. Probably next year we will see. So that's very interesting. Yes. Shalom, shalom, everyone. Make sure you like the video, guys. Make sure you like the video. Um, if you are just now tuning in, give me a like. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Greatly appreciate it. Check the links in the description, guys. I just created a ebook, 16 chapters, guys, for investing and trading. It took a while, but I got all the information in there for you. Um, when it comes down to investing and trading, talking about stocks, ETFs, dividends, crypto, um, you know, technical analysis, risk management, things like that, how to really build your portfolio, and things like that. And also, you get a free call with me July 19th. So, any questions that you have, um, it's a call. So $98. So for right now, but after July 18th, the price is going to go back up. So yeah, get it while you can. Yeah, the ebook you can get it. So it's going to be a PDF. So you're going to download it, um, like a PDF. So when you click the link, you put the information in and everything like that. Um, and it's just a PDF. So the link will be there. Once you pay in everything, you would get the link. You would get the Zoom link also. So yeah, I want to say that this is probably one of the best things I did. $98, a free call, because usually I do one-on-one calls for 150, 125, depending on what it is. So you get the information, 16 chapters, 80 pages, all the information, and you get a call. So you can't beat that. You really can't beat that. So yeah, check the links in the description, guys. Yes, yes. But this is something. Okay, hold on. Someone asked a question. Is crypto being used on the continent? Um, that's a different question. Um, so are you saying like is crypto being used? So are you saying you can have your wallet and you can like pay with crypto like an Apple Wallet or something? That type of use, or um um is it more like you just sending money to people? Because for me, I can send money to, you know, just say Ricky right now, or I can send money to Tim right now in Mauritius or in Zambia. So, that's the benefit of crypto, but I don't think like here in Mauritius, no. Most African countries, local people, it's hard for them to use crypto. You can use Bitcoin in a grocery store in South Africa. So South Africa. So I guess it's more of a the country's infrastructure and how up to date they are. So if they are doing, Bitcoin, that's a big thing. So South Africa, just like Ricky said, because I know he's close there. So I trust this information. You probably could use Bitcoin there. So yeah, that's different. That's different. But at the same time, it's still money. It's still you're gonna have to have the money. Is it being used as currency? So yeah, I guess in South Africa it is. So you might have like 0.01 Bitcoin and you pay for your groceries or something like that. Um, Bitcoin, you gotta be careful with that right now. And these are things that I talk about on the calls because, Bitcoin, we just don't know. We just don't know for right now. You gotta be careful with cryptocurrency so far, but at the same time, once you learn how to move around, depending on what type of investor, depending on what type of trader you are, um, yeah, because Ricky he don't care what price, or he do care what price, and he just holding. For me, I'm more of a trader in a way. Get in, get out, hold some, but get in, get out mostly. Yeah. Ricky said, we can send mobile money cross border now using crypto in the back end. Yeah, that's why it's like it's so hard to break down if you really don't understand crypto. Um, he said when we first got here, you had to use Western Union. Now you can just send it mobile money across borders. Yeah. So the technology that we use is cryptocurrency. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So yeah, that's why I say like, is crypto being used? It's like, yeah, it's been used. It like everywhere has been using crypto. The systems behind it, the utility and stuff behind it. But like Ricky commented, South Africa, I guess you can pay with Bitcoin. Um, but yeah, yeah. One more thing, I wanted to say something. Oh, so I'm probably gonna look it up. I'm gonna try to look it up so you guys can see because I don't know if you guys seen this. Um, so does anyone feel like Hollywood um is telling people um something that is coming? My wife was showing me these videos of these celebrities looking all skinny and stuff, right? Um, right? And it kind of got me thinking, like, dang, are they trying to tell the people that there's a famine coming in America? So I'm not sure if you guys remember these twins, Mary Kate and Ashley, right? They had like red hair. I know this was like in my childhood and stuff. They had like red hair and stuff, and they look healthy, right? They was okay. Uh, oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's kind of scary, y'all. Uh, but look at them now. Y'all guys can see that. So I guess this is like a Louis Vuitton thing that they do, or photo shoot or something like that. But every, the my wife was just man, this stuff is like crazy. I think Hollywood is kind of telling people what's going on, but you have to pay attention. You got to just know what's happening, right? And a lot of celebrities, I guess that's the new look is to look starved. Like you gotta like they just look starved, right? And of course, it is demonic. They go through a lot of things when they step into that and the entertainment type of world and stuff. And once you start to look at these documentaries and stuff about Hollywood and the frequencies of music and stuff like that, and yeah, it's all a ploy um, for the last days, to be honest. But that's something that my wife was showing me, and I'm like, dang. So is Hollywood, is America in a way marketing and telling people, hey, there's a famine coming. There's a famine coming. So that's something that I truly believe that there's going to be happening soon. That's why I say go somewhere where it's plenty things happening. Uh, yeah, where you can grow things. Ripple just bought a fintech company in Africa for. Okay, yeah, they're moving behind the scenes, but you just gotta get the information, pay attention. Yes. Yeah, guys, if you just now tuning in, make sure you like the video. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. But yeah, all praise to the Most High. I'm about to get off here. It's about 7:20. I've been on here probably like an hour or so. Is there any more questions that anyone has before we end the live? Make sure you guys check the links in the description. Check the links in the description, guys. Check out the ebook. There's gonna be more to come too. I'm just gonna break down all the understanding and knowledge that I know. It's a lot when it comes down to forex, when it comes down to futures, when it comes down to options. Um, yeah, so that I'm gonna be breaking these things down so people could really understand it, because this is one thing I believe everyone should know to build their portfolio well. Um, yeah. Um, yes. Do you assist people trying to come over there? Yes, of course. This is Journey with Us. This is what we do. Of course. So you can email if you have any questions. The email will be at journey with us, the number four, the letter U, at gmail.com. That's journey with us, the number four, or no, journey with us, yeah, the number four, the letter U, at gmail.com. So any questions, let me know. But yes, we do give you the information. We do have classes. So check the link in the description. There's one for the mature adult intensive. If you just need like 101, I will send you a link for that too. So yeah, this is what we do. This is what we do. Consultations and things like that. So yes, yes. Yeah, let me get yeah, it's 11:23 p.m. here. Watching your sunrise making feel woke. Like I got to go get ready for work. Yeah, I know you better get your rest. Get your rest. But we awake over here. The sun is rising. Um, it's a beautiful morning. All praises to the Most High always. For this day. So guys, check the links in the description. I'm probably gonna go live a little bit later, probably around like we will have to see, maybe like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. my time. But yeah, check the channel out, guys. Greatly appreciate it. And I will be talking to you guys later. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to you and your household. You know, stay on this narrow path, stay focused, keep your head down, make sure you do what you love, make sure you seek peace, make sure you have a peace of mind always. Make sure you be joyful too. Um, yeah, because things are just getting more and more chaotic, but you just got to stay focused and be abundant. So, all praises, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Shalom.